Hey guys, welcome back to another podcast. My name is Stacy. We've got a bit of a different podcast today. We're going to introduce some of the new crew at Owing Collective. We're going to go through a few of the boys. But today we've got on our seat, we've got
Linford. So yeah, my name's Lost. So if you guys don't know me, I'm Press.
My name's Josh.
But before we get into the interview, let's roll the intro. Let's get into it.
Come on.
Hey guys, welcome back to another podcast. As I said before, my name is Stacy. This is the amazing Linford. But we're going to get into it a little bit more. So today's podcast is a little bit different. Curbs is sitting behind the camera today, so he's helping out that. But what we want to do today is introduce the crew. We've got a whole lot of new staff starting up at Owing Collective, helping out Kirby. A few apprentices going on. We've got Kirby's brother here as well. I'm part of the crew, so the crew's definitely growing. So we want to get to know the boys, so the audience, so you guys get to know the boys. And when you come in and when you meet the crew, you know exactly, a little bit about the boys, so you get a bit more comfortable with them. But we also want to hear what they've got planned as well for the future and what they want to get out of being here at Owing Collective. But first, bro, we're going to get into it. We've got the first, one of the boys first on the scene. His name's Linford, but Linford, gives a bit of a background to you, bro. So where did you grow up, bro? Are you from around Auckland? Bit of a, like quick little bit of a history. And then sort of how did you get to this position here, bro?
My story's a bit different. So I was mainly in New Zealand most of my life, living in between here in Australia for a few years. But then when I turned about 12, my parents decided to move overseas. And so I went over to Egypt for 2 years.
Egypt?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. So I was in...
That's a bit random. Not your typical, you usually go to Australia. Hey.
Yeah.
No, we're going to Egypt.
No, it's pretty crazy.
So why Egypt of all places, bro?
So there's because they're teachers. So there's an international job fair that a lot of teachers go to. And basically it's just schools from all over the world. And you kind of just go and interview with everyone and see what you can get.
Man.
And so they ended up getting something over in Egypt, which was pretty crazy.
Yeah. How long were you in Egypt for? 2 years, did you say?
I was there for 2 years, yeah. So year 7 and 8, I was there, I think.
So do you go to international school and stuff over there, obviously? Or
Yeah,
did
so
you just
everyone
sort of fit
was
within?
speaking English and stuff. But now I mean, Egypt's a pretty international country as well, so most of the people do speak English.
Oh, true.
So you could get away with it, but everything international. Yeah.
And so you left Egypt, and then where did you go from there? Did you come back to New Zealand, or where did you go from there?
So we went straight from Egypt to China. So we went to Beijing.
Wow.
Went to Beijing for 3 years, and then after 3 years we moved to a city called Shenzhen, which is right above Hong Kong, and then was there for 2 years.
Bro.
Yeah.
And so did you learn the culture and everything there as well, or did you sort of were they speaking English, or were you go to English schools? How would you sort of so at that age, bro, you're still trying to find out yourself, but how do you sort of go from New Zealand and then into Egypt and then into obviously China and stuff like that? How do you sort of
China was a lot different to Egypt. It's not only the culture, but they don't speak English over there. So for the first few months, it was hard because we had to just use translating apps and stuff. But after a while, because we have to study Mandarin to be able to just live. So after a while, we got used to it. Could have basic conversations and stuff. The culture was obviously way different to here and Egypt. So I was just kind of getting chucked around in the deep end every time we moved to schools and stuff. So.
I mean, I just send you out there. Here you go. Here you go, son. Good luck. See you at 3.
Don't know how I'm still here, man. We made it.
Mama, we made it. So then you were in there for how long were you in China for, bro?
So 5 years in China.
5 years?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So basically my whole high school.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
And then come back home, or did you go somewhere else after that?
I didn't even finish. We had to come back home early because COVID. So I was there obviously when everything was starting, before it was worldwide. And so we kind of came here to escape it, thinking we would be going back in 2 weeks, and ended up never going back. And that was back in 2019, so all my stuff's still over there.
Is it?
Yeah, actually. So my sister and my brother are probably just stealing all my stuff. But so I haven't been back since then. Didn't even, graduated online and everything.
True.
Had my prom online.
Bro.
Kind of weird.
That's different, bro.
Yeah.
And then you got so you're in New Zealand for a couple of years, and now here we are, fast forward to 2023. How did you sort of get to connect with obviously Curbs and becoming part of Owing?
I was pretty lucky because I worked with Preston at Foot Locker, and I worked with him for quite a while. But also, like, Kirby was in the first 15 back in Kelston, and my dad coached the first 15.
Oh, true.
So yeah, like I was just always at practices and games and stuff like all the time, just because I was like, just wanted to be around. Rugby, you know? So I've known Kirby for like quite a while, but I haven't really like caught it. Like I didn't really keep in touch with any of them because they're like way older than me. But yeah, one day I kind of just like started realizing and like put all the pieces together that Preston was working under Kirby, and I just started coming in, just chilling, and then one thing led to another. Now we're here.
We're here. Let's go. And so now the great thing is you've got a bit of an announcement to make as well. So you and Loss, one of the other apprentices as well, have just signed up. So tell us about that, bro.
Nah, man, it's mean. We've been just coming in, just drawing and trying to do our thing for a few months now, and Loss has been doing it for a bit longer. But nah, it's cool now to have like an official contract or whatever to say that we're part of the crew now.
That's mean.
But nah, it just feels mean, man. It just feels good.
So what do you want to achieve out of that then, bro? So what does a contract mean? So obviously it's like an apprenticeship. So what does that look like for somebody that's on the outside, not really understanding what that means too much? Maybe explain to the audience what the contract involves.
Well, obviously, like the contract's just the beginning of everything. Like it was hard to get it, but now that we got it, we just got to start now. So I'm trying to eventually, obviously, get into tatting.
Is that something you've always wanted to do, bro? Or was art sort of... Have you always been into art? Have you always been creative?
Yeah, so I've always been in the art classes and stuff. A lot of my teachers always told me to try and pursue like a career in art, but I never looked at it as like a realistic way to get a job or like lead a life. It just seemed like not... It didn't seem like a possible thing to do in the time. So I was always planning on going the traditional route where I went uni. Got like a 9 to 5 and worked my way up, but I think 3 days in uni I lasted and I dropped out.
Did you?
So I knew straight away that wasn't for me.
It's not for me. You probably learn more here being hands-on though, right? Than actually.
Yeah.
I mean, uni is probably good to have the qualification, but they say by doing is probably the best way to learn.
Yeah, no, that's...
And being surrounded by, other creators.
Yeah. Even watching these guys like Preston and Kirby do their thing is crazy because like you just see how good they are. Even Preston, like, because I kind of started coming when he was starting to do it, and to see what he's doing now, like blacking out a leg, like that's
crazy.
That's crazy. That's crazy, man.
That's cool, man. Yeah,
it's full gazy.
It's full crazy. So, but what's your goal in terms of like, have you got a style that you like to do? Like every tattoo artist has got their style. Are you sort of exploring that, or do you have some sort of idea about how you want to tattoo, or what that looks like? Yeah,
I guess I've been trying to kind of find my path or my thing that kind of separate me.
Yeah.
And I haven't really found anything yet, but I know that I kind of want to specialize in sort of like anime style, because I'm quite big on anime and like the Japanese culture. So even if it is like Japanese styles, I'd be interested in that as well. But I just want to try and find something that will like separate me from everyone else and kind of put my name out there. I know that we've got like quite a few different, like the other artists here and apprentices have different styles, which is cool because we all bring something different. But just trying to find something that I can find my own lane. Yeah.
And that's it, bro. Like you say, it's just trying to find your niche to be different to all the other artists out there, but also within the tattoo community as well. But the other thing, a challenging thing I think you're going to find is how do you start building an audience now? So when you are ready to jump on the gun, you've already got people queuing up.
Yeah.
So there might be, an idea to start with that as well, to sort of allow people to follow your journey in terms of helping you out, and just seeing what you get up to as well. It might inspire somebody else that sort of was about to start uni and go, actually, how do I start doing an apprentice as well? So, but yeah, that sounds cool, man. Like, so how are you practicing then? Are you just coming and drawing every day, or what does that look like, bro?
Well, up to now, it's been that. It's been coming in, just trying to get back into like that creative mindset, just drawing, kind of been a bit of repetition, just trying to get time in. But now we're kind of slowly progressing, like we're helping like do stations and just stuff with around the store. And Kirby's given us like a big project to do.
Oh, sure. What does that look like? What does that mean?
So basically we have to try and make something that Kirby would be able to, or think is willing, Kirby will think is good enough to like hang in the studio.
Yo.
So we basically have to like make something that we think is mean and that could fit in this sort of environment.
Yeah. Sweet.
But yeah, there's like no limitations really on it. It's kind of just like I don't want to take it easy. I don't want to do something that I know I can do. Like I want to do something challenging. And I kind of thought I had my idea, but I'm thinking of changing it now just to do something a bit different. But that's a cool thing that we've got going on at the moment.
Yeah, I mean. Yeah, and it's cool being around like the environment, all the other boys as well. They're sort of on the same vibe. I mean, you guys all play ball together, which is cool as well. All the boys are connected that way. So, but to get to know you a bit more, bro, we've got some quick fire questions for you. So just to sort of get the audience to get to know you a little bit more. Okay. Lock in. Here we go. All right, so quick fire question. So, favorite sport?
Basketball.
Oh, have you played basketball growing up, or is it
league?
You played league growing up? You played league in China?
No, I got banned in China.
Who you did, or the league?
No,
you
I
did?
Yeah.
What do you mean got banned? Like the J1s?
This little Asian kid like dumped me, like spear tackled me, and I got mad. And so like I got the ball off the next like scrum. He was on the other wing, ran
straight
all the way to the corner, stuff armed him like right in the throat. Red carded, suspended for life.
I hate this game anyway.
So I started playing basketball. Yeah.
Classic. Next question is favorite sneaker of all time?
Strange Love, Nike SB.
Oh, that's right. You did tell me about that.
Yeah, that's
where'd that sort of love come from for that?
I don't know, man. It was like when I first started at Foot Locker, it was always I always seen that shoe and I was like, damn, that's crazy because it's like velvet, suede. It's just everything, and it's like crazy colors as well, and especially the box that it comes with, like it's just crazy. And it's 4K, so
4K
for my size. Yeah.
That's just ashtray money for you guys, right?
One day.
You'll have that in your studio.
No.
Next question. You got a girlfriend?
Nah.
Hey?
Not me.
No, all right then. See there, ladies. He's a free man.
And guys.
Guys. Oh, okay.
I'm saying that.
I see where you. Hey, it's 2023. No judging, people. No judging.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And last question. Favorite? Are you a coffee man, or are you don't drink coffee?
Don't drink coffee.
That's interesting. So you're either a coffee man or you're not, but that's all right. So let's get to a bit to know. But Linford, so I appreciate you, bro. Thank you for that time, bro.
All good, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no, welcome to the team of Owing Collective, bro, and we're looking forward to see where your journey goes. And so follow Linford on your socials. Shout out your socials, bro. Check that out.
It's Lin/him on the gram.
Lin/him on the gram. So give him a follow, fam. See what he's up to. Follow his journey. He's going to go a long way. I can know this. So, bro, we're just looking forward to seeing what you get up to, Mogi. Appreciate it. Thank you. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of what we call the Owing Collective. This is with Kirby and Stace. Bit of a change up this time. We've got the boys coming on board. And so this section here, we're talking about the apprentices that have come on board with Owing Collective, and we're introducing each one of them as well. And we've got Prez here on board as well. We've heard from a couple of the other boys as well. So we're going to hear a little bit more about Prez's story, how he got here. But Prez, first of all, bro, introduce yourself. Thank you for coming on, my G. Good to see you. Yeah.
All good.
So, but yeah, introduce yourself, bro. What's been going on?
So if you guys don't know me, I'm Press. You would have seen me on Kirby's Instagram all throughout last year and this year.
Yeah. Because you've been with Curves a while now, right? So,
yeah.
But we'll get to that as well. So it's been like about a year you've been with Curves.
About a year.
But we want to hear what you've been up to before that point, you know. So now the other boys are saying you guys worked at Foot Locker together, bro. So talk us through that. So how's the connection there? Fuck, you guys must have some collections in the shoes, bro. But yeah, so which Foot Locker did you work at then?
So I started at Foot Locker New Lynn and Lynn Moore. Linford was already working there.
So you left school to go to Foot Locker? Or you just have something in between?
I was actually studying for a couple of years. So I was at AUT, and at the time I needed a part-time job while I was studying. So so I went to Foot Locker. I was there for about a year and a bit. That's how I kind of got close to Linford. Yeah. And then Lost kind of came on later on. Became my my manager as I was finishing.
And so then how did you connect with Curbs then? So how does the connection between you and Kirby and Owing come together?
All right, sweet. So Kirby's older brother used to play tag with my kind of family, and his Kirby's older brother's wife played with my fam, so my mom, my dad. They kind of got close through there. And then, one day my mom messaged, her name's Anita. Sorry, shout out Anita.
Shout out, Mom.
yeah, and just asked if I could come and watch Curbs, you know, get a few tips from when I started. And me and Curbs kind of stayed in touch. Then, yeah, they offered me an apprenticeship about a year ago.
Man.
Yeah, that's how.
So have you?
Started.
So for Mum to say to you to come down and catch up with Curbs, have you always had something? Have you always been like in the art? You know, been into arts and stuff like that, or have you always wanted a tattoo, bro?
Yeah. So when I was at uni, I was studying communication design. So it was pretty much all like the Photoshops and stuff, just the business side of it. Yeah. So I was real good with like kind of sketching and kind of putting it to like digital work. That's kind of what I was getting into. And then my parents bought me a tattoo machine.
Did they?
For Christmas? Yeah. Wasn't really an option until they kind of bought that machine for me. So yeah.
Because did you hint to them that you're keen to get into tattooing?
Yeah, and they were always like into it too. Like my dad was already like or he's telling me that I should get into tattooing, like how good it is and stuff like that. And yeah, so that's pretty much how it started.
And then you come down, hang out with Curbs, and just chill with him for a little bit.
Yeah.
So how did you get there? So then, how did you get onto the tools as well, bro? Because I know it's not an easy process that you don't just turn up and go, let's have a go. Did you have some experience that you were able to say, bro, how do I jump on the tools? How did it come about?
So me and Curbs were kind of just we had a kind of period of time where I was just like I was doing a little trial run. That was about 2-3 months long, and then this guy got stuck in Oz, and then once he was in Oz, he was talking about how he kind of wanted to like start things up, you know, start what we have going now. And, you know, he put all these, like, pictures in my mind on, like, how stuff was going to be in, like, the next few years. And I was like, yeah, sweet. We kind of started that apprenticeship, started last year. I was just drawing pretty much the whole time, you know, helping Curbs out through the shop. And only really got on the tools about 5-6 months ago. And, yeah, that's kind of how that...
So who was your first client, bro?
My first client was my dad.
Me, shout out Pops.
Yeah. And you were there.
I was there.
Yeah, you were there.
Was that the first time you did yours?
That was my first
That's right, yeah. Because I turned up with my camera.
Yeah.
Because obviously Dad and I know each other, and I wanted to get some artwork done as well. And so I chucked on my Instagram, does anyone know any tattoo artists around? Your dad replied, he's like, I'm here now, come through. I was like, oh shit, crazy. So I went there and I brought my camera just in case, and then... yeah, and just started taking photos and stuff. And then that's when Kirby and I connected. Yeah. And then just seeing that, it's just it's crazy how it all came together. Yeah. And so how long's that been now? So that was what? That was 6 months ago?
Yeah, it was about 6 months ago.
Yeah, and you've come a long way, bro. So you've got a good client, you're getting a good client base now, bro?
Yeah, it's getting there.
So how do you build your client base, bro? I mean, it's one thing to be able to do tattooing and stuff, but you can't tattoo if you don't have a client base. So how have you grown that? For the other boys that are coming on now with an apprentice, how have you gone about doing it? And were you still learning about it?
Yeah, that's still something I'm trying to figure out. Curbs is a big help. You know, just letting me know, you know, different things that he did when he was coming up. I mean, big thing was we have like social media now. So that's a big thing that Curbs didn't really have until about a few years ago.
Because he's so old. Yeah, he's so old. Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, he was just sending out smoke signals. Anyone want to tattoo smoke signals?
But big thing Curbs put into my head was staying consistent. Staying consistent, not only like just posting and stuff like that, but just everything that comes with tattooing. You know, setting up, staying consistent with that, tattooing itself. But yeah, just
So are you still still being consistent? How are you still then trying to get better than you were yesterday? Are you still drawing yourself, or where do you find inspiration, bro, from your creativity?
Yeah, just trying to learn new things and trying to find out ways I could get better at pretty much everything I'm doing. But then also keeping that strong base where I always come back to, you know, like coming in every day at 9, you know, kind of sticking around that area. Just like, just staying the same I was when I started the apprenticeship.
Yeah, me. And so where do you want to see, what's your ambition for this, bro? Like you're literally just in the infancy stage of tattooing. What would your ultimate goal, what's the dream for you, bro?
I kind of want to keep an open mind with things. I mean, especially how early things are right now. Obviously, Curbs has his own dreams for like the shop. But I mean, still trying to figure out where I want to go long term with this. Like where I want to be in like 10, 20 years. But just keeping an open mind to things.
Where do you see tattooing going, bro, or your artwork? I mean, do you see it going in different directions? Is it changing? You know, like it's changing all the time, I guess. You know, creativity's changing all the time. Yeah. You know, the way that people can get content now as well. Where do you see the whole industry going, bro? Or where do you see artwork going? You know, like, are you seeing trends, or what's your sort of vibe on terms of... Actually, this question from, where do you get your inspiration from in terms of artwork?
Pretty much everything, bro. A lot of it's from social media, different types of social media like TikTok. Even just walking through the street, you know, just looking at things. That's where I find most of my inspiration from. Just seeing how people dress, seeing how people kind of, even other people's tattoos, you know, big inspiration on how I would draw out my tattoos and how I would like post certain things just to kind of find that attraction on my clients in a way.
Yeah.
But yeah, just looking at everything. That's how I feel I could be my most creative.
Yeah, man. And the boys, the two other boys, Lim and Loss, have just signed up with their apprentices, bro. What some advice would you give them, knowing where they're at the moment? What would your advice be to them?
Probably just trusting the process, you know. Don't want to rush into things too quick. But yeah, just enjoy the way you're working, enjoy where you're at, and just trusting the process.
Yeah, me, bro. That's all good. No, that's cool, bro. I mean, we're excited to see where you go with your adventure, bro, and we can already see where you've grown. You know, like from your very first one on Dad to like blacking out a big piece the other day. Fuck.
Yeah.
Talk us through that, bro. Like, obviously, Dad's come in and say that you did that on him as well. He's obviously your biggest fan, you know, which is me, you know. Like, it's cool having that support because not everybody's parents love, you know, like, are proud of what their kids are doing. And when it comes to, you know, being tattoo artists, because they see, a lot of people see tattooing as not like a dark sort of side of things, but, you know, they associate it with gangs and drugs and that sort of stuff. But it's cool that you see your fams, you know, really embrace what you're doing, bro. It must be cool to have that support.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, shout out my fams. You know, never really looked down on what I was doing. You know, always there to support me. You know, my sister, my dad always coming in, getting tats, asking for tats every other week. I mean, it's, as annoying as it is. You know, it's
as annoying as it is.
Yeah.
Dad, you're so annoying sometimes.
Yeah, but yeah, it's always cool getting that support from my fans.
Hope he's paying full rate too. Paying full rate, bro? Or you just taking it out of your rent?
But yeah, it's cool. It's cool having that support from my fams. But yeah, when my dad came and asked me for that leg sleeve, man, I was buzzing out. Just because it's kind of my first kind of look into what I could do. Like, I never really thought about blacking anyone out. Pause.
Blacking you without your fist? But I mean, like that just, I mean, obviously something like that, doing something, blacking out a leg, probably challenges your creativity. You know, like, you probably think, fuck, can I actually do this? I don't want to stuff it up, you know? So knowing that you did it is like, it sort of gives you confidence as well, you know?
For sure, yeah. I mean, it's the biggest piece I've done by far. Yeah. So, yeah. Took about 20 hours to do it.
Big calf save. those multi tree trunks. But yeah, no, bro. But quick fire raffle, bro, of questions. Here we go here. So first question is, bro, obviously you're a sneaker fan. You love your sneakers, bro. So what's your all-time favorite sneaker?
All-time favorite sneaker is got to be the Jordan 4 Cores.
Okay. Yeah. I see you. 4s are good. I like that. How many? What's at your peak, bro? What's the number you owned? How many sneakers did you own?
Sneakers. I'll probably say myself, I probably had like 20, 30 pairs. But
I didn't really need to buy any when Dad had them.
Yeah, but I mean, when my dad had like 50 plus, then probably saying the 80s range if we had it all together.
Again, shout out dads for fitting you out. Eh? Bro, the other question is favorite sport, bro. So obviously,
favorite sport. I mean,
either playing or supporting.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be lacrosse. Yeah, my favorite sport's got to be basketball.
Oh, so it's not darts now. It used to be darts.
It's got to be basketball. I mean, my parents both played basketball. That's actually how they met. They met playing basketball.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh, true.
So basketball's been in my life for a long time, and still play it to this day.
Yeah, that's the one. The other one we want to know is your status, your current status. You've got a missus, single, boyfriend. Where you at, bro?
Shout out Paige Schmidt.
Yeah,
that's my girl. That's my girl. We've been dating for about 2 years now.
That's the one, bro. Sorry, lady, he's a taken man. He's a taken man. But anyway, bro, we want to follow your journey, bro. So how do we follow your journey? Where would we find you on socials? What is your tag or your at? Or
So
you're on
my
TikTok or whatever.
so my Instagram's by.press. That's my tattoo Instagram. My main's just preston.cuttatu. And my TikTok is my uncle's brother's son.
Uncle brother son.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. All right, I appreciate you, bro. We're looking forward to your journey, brother. Thank you for jumping on. It's good to see you here, bro. And yeah, we're looking forward to see where you take this career of tattooing, bro. So I appreciate you, my G. Good to see you, G. Thank you.
Again, twice.
There we go. We are good. Twice. We are. Let's get the double up. Okay, here we go. Well. We got young Buck on the seat here, ladies and gentlemen. Hey guys, welcome back again. We've got Josh here on the couch. He's joined up with the Owing collective team as part of the content team, helping me out and also just promoting with Kirby and his brand as well. But Josh, bro, introduce yourself. Get a little bit to know about you, what you're into, and what school you went to, bro. Yeah, let us know. Let the people know what you're about, bro.
My name's Josh. Other people call me Junior, but so I'm a videographer for Owing Collective
Let's go.
and sort of a photographer. But I went to Castle Boys High School, and yeah.
So you Kirby's brother, right? So obviously he's a younger brother, obviously.
Yep.
So how many in the family, bro? Have we?
There's around 6 of us, including me.
6 of you. Oh, yo, let's go. So you finished school last year. So did you finish school? When did you finish school up, bro?
I finished school last year. Yeah.
Have you always been into Have you always been into content creating, like photography and videography, or is it just something you just started getting into?
I just started getting into it. It was around like year 11.
You do it at school?
Yeah.
As a class course, or you just sort of just say a side project?
Around year 12, I started taking photography.
Did you?
Yeah.
At school?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And then I just went on from there.
And so have you done a bit of creating a bit of content as well? So have you created many videos, or so? I remember you telling me you did something stuff for a clothing brand, right?
Yeah, it was for my cousin. His name's the account is Truso, and I was just doing like here and there.
Yeah, me. And so what have you enjoyed sort of coming on board with the Owing team, bro? So what have you learned, more importantly, but what do you enjoy about coming to the studio every day?
What I learned is learning how to take photos from different angles and just giving the viewers different perspectives, making it feel like they're there throughout a whole day. And probably the struggle about it is just like it was a bit new to me, so wasn't really confident in taking photos like every minute, every hour. And editing was huge for me, for including photos. Wasn't quite strong at editing for photos, just videos. But yeah, throughout the weeks, I just got better and better.
YouTube University, eh? Just learning heaps from YouTube and doing.
Yeah.
So what would you suggest to if you got if you got other friends out there as well that wanting to get into the content game? What is your sort of? I mean, you're just sort of learning yourself, but what would you sort of say to them in terms of wanting to get into what you're doing, bro? So what would you suggest?
Probably just keep going. I know it's like pretty hard pulling out the phone and then just getting mocked.
Is that what you were getting done? Were you getting mocked? Were you?
Mocked, yeah.
By your boys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because
But now they're like, oh, bro, can you chuck me a G? Can you chuck me in the video?
Yeah. But, I think it's like, just keep going. Just trusting the process and just like having weekly checkups and setting up a goal. And, yeah.
Talk to me more about that, bro. What do you mean by having weekly checkups and doing a goal? What does that look like for you?
For goals, for me, it's just sitting up at the end of the week or at the start of the week and just making sure I get past through those goals. And for example, a goal of mine this week was to making sure I can give the viewers better perspectives on Kirby and making sure like what he's doing every day and just taking a video of like anything, but also not just Kirby, just the other apprentices.
All the boys, yeah.
Yeah.
To help build their platforms and stuff.
Yeah, it's like Linford, Lost Press, like even just going to their basketball games and just recording for them, just making sure like the viewers know what they do other than tattoo. And yeah.
So what have you got planned for them then, bro? So if you're one of the content creators, what What have you got ideas about what you kind of content you want to create? You just talked about like following the boys around, so I'm guessing you want to do vlogs and stuff like that as well.
Yeah, I'm slowly getting into like YouTube vlogs, and but start slow. So I'll start off this week by just doing a short film, and and then slowly progress towards YouTube vlogs.
Yeah, me. And so what would your ultimate goal be, bro? So obviously you're starting to do content here. What would your dream look like, bro, if you want to do content? Or is it, like if you could travel the world, what would it be what would the goal be for you, bro?
Probably the goal for me is try and get into a bigger environment, just like NBA. Aiming to be bigger and better.
Yeah, me.
Yeah. And probably just keep progressing and keep setting up those goals. And
yeah, that's all time, bro. Fuck it. Bro, make sure you give us a shout out if you make the NBA. Make content for the NBA. Don't forget us little ones back down here and Owing Collective, right? And Tiara too. That'll be all time. And remember, we want the tickets for the family too, G. but bro, we want to hear we want to get some quick fire questions your way. If you want to hear a little bit more about you, get to know you as well. So, bro, favorite. What's your favorite sport, bro? Obviously, you played a bit of sport in your time. So, what's your sport that you love playing?
probably rugby union.
Yeah. Have you got what position would you usually play, bro?
Usually play a halfback 10, first 5.
Okay,
Yeah.
Here we go. All right, and what club did you play for here?
Not really.
Have you played or just school?
Just school.
True, you just come straight out of school.
Yeah.
Are you playing club this year?
Still thinking about it. Still trying to find that balance between videography and rugby. But I'm in the looks for Monaco Rovers. And yeah.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Were you going to play league?
Yeah, a little bit for Glenora, but it was too hard for me.
Not enough fun. They don't have enough finances, eh? The salary cap's already blowing out.
Yeah.
Manukau Rovers, holy heck, that's a way to travel for trainings. Bro, so next question as well is, are you a big sneaker fan? I'm guessing so, hanging around with the boys. What's your all-time favourite sneaker then?
Right, pretty obvious for me. It's just Dunks.
The Dunks? Yeah. Pandas?
Yeah.
Everyone's got the Pandas. I mean, all right, so we've got another Dunk fan here. The other one as well is, here's a question for you, bro. What is a goal for you? Where do you see yourself in 5 years at least? I mean, you're still young, bro. So I mean, 5 years. You talk about wanting to get to the NBA. Where would you like to get to before then, bro?
To be honest, still not too sure. Just because I still want to conquer my dream of playing rugby and making it at the top level. But for videography, where I see myself in the next 5 years, will probably be trying out, applying for MIDA 10, the Auckland rugby.
Yeah.
And just seeing if they need videographers.
Yeah, I mean.
And yeah.
That's all time. What do you mean, bro? There's definitely opportunity here to do it, bro. If you just keep creating content, you get noticed, and that's what happens.
Yeah.
Like an example being how I started off, bro, was creating content for some of the All Blacks boys, and then sort of built relationships through that, bro, and then making connections through like the other rugby clubs as well. Yeah. So just keep creating that, bro, and you never know who's watching your content, so you get out there, bro. And the last question, bro, all the fans want to know is relationship status. Got a missus? Got a man? Were you single? Where you at?
Nah, they got a missus.
But you got a missus? No, 3-man?
Sort of.
So, okay, all right, I feel you. All right, bro. So where can we check out your content, bro? Where can they find you on socials like TikTok or Insta? Where would they find you? Give you shout outs
on Instagram. Just my main account is Tavia Joshua.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Not on TikTok?
No, not on TikTok.
All right, well, we'll start growing that, but appreciate you, my bro. Good to see you. Welcome to the Owing Collective team, bro, and we're excited to see the content you're going to put out there, bro, because a lot of people like seeing your content. So thanks for jumping on the couch, bro, and we're excited to see what's going down.
Cheers.
All right, bro. Take it easy, my man. Hey guys, welcome back again. We've got another one of the boys back on the couch as well. We're going to talk to Carlos today. Carlos, thank you for joining us.
What's up, Chief?
On the couch today, bro, but we'll get into that shortly. So what Curbs has done, he's actually brought a lot of the boys on board. He's brought a whole lot of apprentices into the team of Owing Collective, which is great, and I really like what Curbs is doing because he's trying to build an empire for himself as well and helping others around him. We're going to hear about Carlos' story today. So, Lost, bro, tell us a little about yourself how you got here, but more importantly, a little bit about your upbringing, bro. So let the people know about your history, bro.
Yeah, my name's Loss. All those that know me, I go by Loss. Born and raised out west, Te North. Represent hard where I'm from, same as everyone else. And, yeah.
So, bro, you worked, so you obviously left school, so that was a little while ago, but once you left school, bro, tell us what you did after school until you got to the point to coming to Owing, bro.
Yeah, so I finished school 2016 or 2015 it was, and pretty much was just in and out of working. Didn't really know exactly what I wanted to do off the bat leaving school. Didn't have aspirations to go and study at that point in time anyway, or more so not figuring out exactly what it was that I wanted to study. But I always had in the back of my mind, coming from the background that I had, always having like a art, creative background, was always surrounded by it growing up, whether that was my peers or my family. So I always kind of had that ambition to pursue that.
When you say you're growing up around your friends and your family, bro, tell us a little bit about that, bro.
Oh man, like nothing crazy. It's like just, one of the things that we always done was draw. My old man would sit me down, and instead of, at the time, technology wasn't as crazy as it is now, making it sound like it was ages ago. Crazy. Just one of the things that I had always done was just draw. A lot of influence from my older cousins in the graffiti scene. I think more so where we're from out west, it was still is quite massive, and that kind of stuck with me from a young end up until my where I'm at right now. So that's heavily influenced from that.
Was it always a dream to be like and staying in the art, bro? Was it just a hobby kind of a thing, but didn't know really how you were going to take it like that, or?
Yeah, I think like coming through school, like a lot of my peers had always kind of known me as that that artsy, creative dude. It was always quite what's the word? Like vouched for in that sense, to create and to make things in that element. So I always kind of had that backing, and had always wanted to pursue it. But I think as you get older, you start becoming an adult, and all the responsibilities that comes with that. I can see how easy it is to kind of let all of those things kind of shadow over your passions and your dreams. Like a lot of people nowadays find themselves in, whether it's that rat race or the repetitive way of living. I think for me, where I'm at right now, as grateful and blessed as I am, that's kind of, well, the way that I view it anyways is that's my key to breaking that pattern and breaking that cycle and jumping out of that boat.
Because you were doing the 9-to-5 thing for a while, like you were working retail, right? So obviously you got a connection with the other boys here at Owing, like you did Foot Locker for a bit there, bro.
Yeah. Was working pretty much straight out of school. Had jumped around from, a few jobs here and there, tried this, tried that, long hours, always kind of had in the back of my head like, man, this ain't for me.
Doesn't feel like me.
Yeah. And definitely, growing up and seeing my parents and the way that they were, long hours, long days, coming home and always kind of, being tired and not having the motivation to do the things that they like to do was kind of, always that motivation or slight motivation in the background to be like, man, like when I get there or when I'm at that stage, like that's not ideally how I'd like to be. And I'm pretty sure they can vouch for that too, definitely at this stage at where they're at with things, they see, the youth, the future and their children, and they kind of, want them to do or to pursue the things they weren't able to do.
Yeah, I mean, bro. And so you obviously left up, you had your time at Foot Locker, you done that, bro. Talk us through how you got the connection with Owing and how you got to here.
Yeah. So I was working at Foot Locker. That's how I was able to link up with Press and also knew Linny prior to that. We all just, some young cats, some young bloods that all loved our kicks, as you can probably tell. Had worked alongside one another, and it was Press, like, cause I hadn't known him for that long, probably like not even half a year, and he's a little bit younger than me, but I don't know, just we always kind of just clicked, whether that was speaking about kicks, obviously what the job was, or if it was what was happening in the world, pop culture, fashion, sport, music. That was a massive thing for us. We ride that wave. Pause. But yeah, that's how we met. And he was starting his journey at that point of his apprenticeship, where he was starting to tat. And because we're quite like-minded and liked similar things, we were always just like, I was always asking him, like, every time we'd have a shift together, like, oh bro, like, what you been working on, like what's cooking and stuff like that, and showed me a few photos, a few videos and stuff like that, and I was like, bro, that's bad. Like, I love to see it too. Like, obviously being a little bit older than him and seeing him do that, I was like, bro, like, love that for you, man. Like, keep killing it. And yeah, every time we caught up, it was always mad love. And eventually ended up coming in. First time actually being inside was always quite like dazzled every time I like drove past or was in the area. I was like, wow, that place looks fly, man. All the dudes in there look fly. Pause again, crazy. But yeah, had come in and he had done a few small tats on me, and then that's when I had the privilege of meeting Curbs. And yeah, just like off the bat, just how like natural and organic things were, just in our like conversations, or even like the small, quirky jokes or one-liners that we were spitting. Like, it was always just like, like,
Yeah.
And yeah, it'd come in probably about 2-3 times. And I think it was, one of the days I'd come in and Press had someone lined up. He kind of done like a double booking. And I'd rocked up. He'd said, oh yeah, I'll give you a tat. And he was in there, and I think he'd started on some other dude's tat. And that was cool, I was just like vibing out, like, what's going on in here? Like, what's happening? And he ended up taking a while. So I just told him, like, oh, no, it's all good, bro. Like, I'll come back another time. And I could tell that, like, he was quite, not bugged at the fact that I left, but bugged at the fact that, like, he couldn't, like, get that sorted then and there. But, I wasn't fazed by it at all. I was like, oh, like,
Maybe an excuse to come back again.
I was like, little homie's doing his thing. Like, love that. Like, go hard, like, the tat was badass. I'd seen it and was just like, yep. So, yeah, it left. And then, he tried to reschedule it another time, and then I was easy with it. And then, we were just like texting all of that. And then probably like 20 minutes later, he ended up ringing me. And I was like, oh, yo, what's up, bro? And he was just like, oh, like, Cribbs was having a yarn with me about you, eh? And I was just like sitting there like, hey, what you mean? And he's just like, oh, nah. He's like, he vibes with you. Like, he catches your vibe. And I was just like, I was, trying not to be like fanboying.
But deep down, like inside on the phone, just giving it one of these ones.
Yo. Nah, because I was driving too. So I was just like, nah, you good. Good job, Loss. And like, he was asking like, oh, like, Cribbs was asking me a few questions about you and like, what you get up to and how you go about things and stuff like that. And he wants to have a yarn with you. And I knew, like, in the back of my head, I was like, nah, like, this isn't happening, because it was like always having that ambition and that drive to, be in that field where I was most comfortable, and for that to come into fruition like that, even though it wasn't even like set in stone at the time, I kind of just knew in the back of my head, like, nah, like, gotta make this work, gotta do this, yeah. So that's, ended up coming in for a yarn of Curbs, and then like, again, like, everything was just so natural, so organic, so platonic, and kind of just like kick things off, from the bat, and then like he's the owner and our boss and stuff like that. But I look at him like as a mentor in like the small span of time that we've spent together, just always giving out bits of advice and ways to conduct yourself day in, day out, and all the stuff that he said and shared with me. Like I keep that close and always have that in the back of my mind. But yeah, super grateful for that. And yeah.
That's mean, bro. I'm proud of you, bro. That's awesome, bro, that you got to come down to this situation. But the exciting news, like last week, I know you and Linford just signed an agreement, bro, a contract.
Yeah.
So talk to us about that and what that meant to you, bro.
Yeah, no, it was
What
mad.
that actually means. What does it actually look like? What does a contract mean for
Yeah,
you?
it was mad. Like obviously coming in early days and having to like, you know, kind of prove your worth and you know, set your feet in the sand with things, but to see it on paper and to have Curb see it there and agree with that, and you know, to be looked at and viewed in that limelight from him is massive, and definitely not, you know, wanting to take that for granted. But yeah, massive. Not only for, you know, for myself, because I'm like super proud of that, but also, you know, hoping to make my family proud too.
And I'm sure they are, bro. So cool to see that they're probably excited to see you chase your dream, bro, and your passion, more importantly, bro. Because if you can take this a long way, then they'll be there right beside you, bro. So that's all time, man. So, and with that in mind, like, what's the dream, bro, in terms of what this career could take you? Where do you see it taking you, bro?
Yeah, I think like the main thing is just constantly being a student. You know what I mean? Always thinking ahead. Again, like to touch on, you know, a few of the things that Curb, has taught me in this short span of time is just, you know, be confident in everything that you're doing and make sure that you're always like one step ahead. And then like, that's the thing about him. He's just like, I don't know. He's just always motivating. Like he always makes you want to do better and go about things as, you know, good as you can. And, you know, energy's infectious. And I definitely like receive a lot of that, of what he gives out. Pause. But yeah, it's just grateful to be in the space, really. That's cool.
That's mean, bro. And so heaps of content coming out around you guys as well, bro. So we've got June's creating all that content for you guys to help promote yourselves, bro. So, I mean, tell the people whereabouts where they find you on socials and stuff like that. Whereabouts where they find your tag and all that. So, is it TikTok? Is it Instagram? Is it Facebook?
Yeah, I'm just on Insta at the moment. That's I kind of find Insta as the most like informative source right now in terms of inspiration, planning on how to go about things. Like personally, that's how I see it. That's just at I'm with Loss. Getting better at the posting side because I know that obviously social media at this point in age where we're at is a massive influence on you know, businesses, day-to-day life. So just slowly getting better at that. But yeah, at I'm with Loss.
That's all good, bro. What we want to do is we want to get to know a little bit about you as well, brother. So let's do some quick fire questions. Bro, I see you brought in the Warriors cap. That's OG. That's all time, bro. Hey, that's us, bro. Warriors all day. So you're a big NRL fan. You're a big league fan, bro. What was the sport you played when you grew up?
Yeah, footy, league. It was probably like the sport that I most played growing up. Touch. But yeah, mainly league.
Mean, bro. And obviously you worked at Foot Locker, bro, so you've got a favourite sneaker. What would your favourite sneaker be?
Yeah, we're in them at the moment. I'm a pretty old school kind of guy. MX1s.
Nice. Good
No
silhouette,
particular
bro.
colour. Just all MX1s.
There's a bit of heat around MX1s at the moment, obviously with the release of the OGs.
Yeah.
MX Day as well, just as, you know, it's been as well. But yeah, that's cool, bro. The other thing we're going to ask you as well, bro, is status, bro. Are you with you got a lady, bro? Have you got a missus? You got a boyfriend? Are you single? Where you at, bro?
Crazy.
Hey.
Nah, no lady in my life right now.
Single man, ladies. Single man at Loss on Instagram. I am Loss. There he is. So, but no, bro, we're excited to see what you got coming up, bro. Yeah, we'll definitely be checking your socials. So we'll be following your journey, and it's good to have you on board as part of the Owing team, bro. So welcome to the fams, brother.
Thanks, Chief. Appreciate you.
Thank you, team. All right, guys, that's us done. Thank you for joining us. Good to have you guys on board. We can't wait to see you in the next one. See you then. Peace.